Hi, welcome to part 5 of my version of loom crochet. In this particular episode, you will just need your crochet hook, your loom that you're already strung, and of course, your choice of yarn. Now this is 4-ply yarn. It's basically just a fun color. So I'm going to make my project out of this variegated fun colors. And as you can see, it's going to have all kinds of different colors in there. We'll see how it looks when we get done. I've left on the previous video on how to make a chain stitch. I have my piece that I have left from that, which has a loop in it. And if you need to know how to do this, just go back to video 4, and that will give you how to do this. This is video number 5, so it's just one step back. You may already know how to do it, so you're all set to go. Now, if you took a break between videos, I showed you some of my finger exercises and how to relax and how to start a craft so you're not stressed out, like, can I do this? Can I do this? Just relax. That's all I'm asking you to do. So if you just take a couple deep breaths, breathe in, exhale slow, breathe in, exhale slow. And if you haven't already done it, do my craft exercises, get my hands all excited about doing this. It's kind of like the warm-up for any sport. Just relax, play a little guitar, do a little keyboard, whatever helps you stretch your hands out and close. Stretch your hands out and close. And one time slower. Stretch all you can and close. Now, once you close your eyes one more time, and to focus on what you're going to make, and to relax. Relax, relax. The more you relax, the better off your craft usually turns out, because you're totally focused on it. Now, you can see I got the loom here. Now, I happen to be right-handed. If you're left-handed, you might do this in a different fashion. I don't have any left-handed persons available to show you how to do it. So I apologize that this will be a right-handed, but hopefully you can adapt it to what works for you. Now I'm going to start by attaching the yarn. Now I have a size K here, so you can hopefully see it better. So we start by just simply taking the hook around the first string. And then we're going to hook for the first. We're going to take, and then we're going to grab the yarn. So it's basically, it should look exactly like this. Now you notice I'm holding pretty firmly onto this so I don't lose it. And just catch your yarn, pull it through both loops. Then your very first stitch. Now we focused on the chain crochet, so the chain we did earlier. So I'm just going to go under my next string, pull it up. So once again, I have 2. Chain over, pull through. Next one's the same thing. Just go under your string, catch it while you're there, yarn over, through 2. Go under your string. Now, as you see, I have the yarn over my hook to do this. And then I'm going to catch it, and then catch it again, pull through 2. Now, what is really cool about this is you see you have an edge. You automatically have an edge. You don't have to worry about uneven edges. What you have to focus on is keep your stitches loose. So go under, catch it, yarn over, pull through 2. Under string, catch, yarn over, pull through 2. Under string, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, your string, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you see this kind of is what making a little row up my string, no problem. In fact, you can do it all the way across and it'll start angling up your loom. Because in the end, what you're going to do, now this is if you don't have the tool, I promise you I'd show you how to do it with your fingers. Just go through each row and push it down to your pins or nails or whatever you have there. So we're going to, got my yarn a little tangled there. Okay, so once again, relax and make it loose. Under string, catch, yarn over, pull through 2. Under string, yarn over, catch, pull through 2. Under string, catch, yarn over, pull through 2. Hopefully it's getting a little smoother for you as you're going along here, so you don't have any. And the other wonderful thing about this, and I'll show you in a minute, it's pretty much mistake proof. So if you feel at this point you've made some sort of mistake, like you skipped a string or something, just remove your hook, and just like regular crochet, you can undo it. Just pull on it till you get to that string you might have missed, or just anything that you don't feel is right. So yarn under string, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 and under string, yarn over, pull through 2, under string, yarn over, pull through 2, and I'm going to get me some more yarn here. There we go, straighten out my yarn, and under string, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you notice when I did that, I just set my hook down. It's not going anywhere. Just make sure the top is still on your hook, and you can just set it down like that. Phone rings, got to answer the door. You don't have to worry about, well, did I lose count? Any of that. Just set it down, do what you need to do, come back, pick it right back up where you started. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. We made it all the way to the other side, which is our very first row is done. It's basically our foundation row. And once again, my yarn got all tangled up here, so okay, straightened out now. So what you just need to do is take your fingers and push into the pegs or nails or whatever you have there on your particular loom. Now we have a foundation row. Now the secret to a foundation row is we don't want it to fall apart when we take it off the loom. So we want to make sure it holds on tight. So now you can do this part 2 ways. I'm going to do it the way is comfortable for me, but I'll show you the other way as well. So basically, you're going to go back where you came from. So under string, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, on a foundation row, we're going to do this a little different. Like I said, we don't want the first row to fall off. So you'll notice that you have like loops over each string now. Excuse me. over each string. So you want to go through that loop that's on top of your string. If I can show this to you easily, you can see where I'm at. Move this camera just a little bit. So let me do that one more time. Okay, I have my loop here where I went under through 2. Okay, on top of your string, you'll notice there's 1 or 2 loops. You can go through both loops. That'll secure it better. You can go through 1 loop, it doesn't matter as long as it's attached. So we're going to yarn over and pull it through. I have 3 loops here, so we're just going to gently pull it through all 3. Now that's why you need to keep your life relaxed so you can get it all through without struggling. If for some reason you're struggling to get through, loosen it up or take it off and to the end of your string here and wherever where you got tight. So I'm going to find my 2. This is actually the hardest part right here. I'm going to go through 2 loops of my foundation and I'm going to pull through. So basically I'm pulling through 3. Find my next string and it's 2 loops. There we go. And teacher made it too tight just a little bit. So, all right. This one I could only catch 1, so that's okay. Just as long as at least 1 loop is secured. You can do 1 or 2, whatever your hook is going to allow you to do. So find my loop above each string. And now I'm not going under the string. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just finding my loop and pulling it through 2. Find my loop. And once again, we're just securing the base. So when we take it off the loom, it's all connected. And 2. Pull through 2. Seem to get more luck with 1 loop this time. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter whether you catch 1 loop or 2 loops as long as you're catching a loop. So through 2, over on top of my next string. And you're going to go, well, this is hard. No, it really isn't. This is just the most tedious row there is right here. And through 2. You might have to pull it away from your hook or your hooks or nails or whatever it is just a little bit to do this. You could even not push your first row down so far that it makes it harder. So you do it a couple times, you'll say, hey, this wasn't all that bad. Okay. I'm getting there toward the end here. So find a loop on top of my string, yarn over, loop on top of string, yarn over, pull through 2, once again, the phone rings, whatever, you can just slide your hook through there, let it rest while you do what you need to do and come back and you haven't worried about like, where was I? Okay, over string, loop over string, yarn over, pull through 2. In this case, seem to be skipping to 2, so whatever works. Through 2, and yarn over the string, loop over the string, pull through 2, find a loop over the string, yarn over, pull through 2, and last but not least, at the very beginning, yarn over, pull through 2. Ow, Now we have our foundation here, and you can push that back down. Now here's where you can do one of two things. I tend to work back and forth because I'm not crazy about flipping the loom. So if this seems awkward to you, I'll take this out, and the next row I'll do flipping the loom thing here. So once again, we're back to our beginning string where we started. So you go under that string, pull it up, pull through 2. Move my loom a little bit, maybe get a better camera look. So under your second string, and if you have to pull up on your little string a little bit, do so. Just don't yank it because that'll loosen it in the end. So just pull it up gently, go under string, pull it through 2, under string, yarn over your hook, pull through 2, under string, yarn over, pull through 2. The reason I don't like to flip it is I do a lot of lap crochet, which means I'm in a recliner doing this in my comfy spot, but flipping it around is not quite as easy. I'm doing it on the table right now, so it does make a difference where you're doing it as to whether flipping is better for you or not, or it's just your comfort level. So basically, since we pretty much have it under string, yarn over through 2 is the sequence. I'm going to continue across here a little bit faster. Yarn over through 2 so I can show you the next row. Once you get the motion down, you'll find it's pretty fast. Over through 2, under string, yarn over through 2, under string, yarn over through 2. Now I'm wearing a sweater today. You might note if you're wearing like a sweater or something like that, you might catch on those nails. So roll your sleeves up, wear something different. Just whatever won't catch. And 2, and we're back to our row again. Now we're already into row 3. So what I'm going to go grab real fast is one of my weaving tools. I talked about them on another video, what you can use. So basically, we used our fingers to get this far, which is fine. Use it all the way through if that's what you would like to do. Now I'm going to pull this up so I have a little bit of loop so I don't lose anything. And just going to use a salad fork this time. And I'm just pushing between the tines toward the beginning. That's kind of fun. Now, once you get this put back together, you have to secure this row to this row. Like again, you don't want it to fall apart when you take off the loom. So I simply do like I did before. I pick 1 or 2 loops here. Okay. Yarn over, pull through. Now, this will not fall apart because what we're doing is securing at each end. So this end is not going to fall off. This end's not going to come apart because it's already attached. So now you've secured both sides. The middle doesn't really matter. It's gonna hang together itself. So this is using the salad fork. All right. Now at this point, if it's easier for you just to work back the way you came, or it's easier for you to flip your yarn, flip it over and work this direction. So it's totally going the other way. It doesn't matter. Whatever's comfortable for you. This one for me as being right-handed is awkward, and sometimes flipping every other row works better. You're not going to affect the look of your piece whatsoever. You're just going to affect what your comfort level is. And since we're here to relax and enjoy, your comfort level is very important. So one more time across here. So we go under the first string, over the hook, through 2. Under the second string, over the hook, through 2. And hopefully, and stay loose, stay loose, stay loose. And there we go. Over, and it doesn't matter, like I said, if you're marching up the string, it doesn't really matter because you're going to bring it down later anyway at the end of the row. So over, under string, yarn over hook, under string, catch yarn, yarn over hook, under string, catch yarn, under string, catch yarn, over hook, through 2, under string, catch yarn, 2, catch yarn, yarn over through 2, catch yarn, yarn over through 2, under string, catch yarn, yarn over through 2. Now, hopefully you'll see how comfortable and fast this really is. Once again, you're going to have even edges no matter what. Now, you're going to see I'm down here. I've already got 1, 2, this is row 4. Got our foundation row, and actually we're on row 4. Now, I simply slide, I'll pull this up so you can see what I'm doing. I simply slide this to my point here, find 1 or 2 weaves, 2, and pull my loop through those to secure it. And then I go ahead and start my next row so it's all together. So under string, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, now pull this out a little bit, and I'll show you my other tool. This one's a handmade tool. It's kind of fun. It is basically a piece of wood with some nails put in the end of it. It's not complicated. Now, if you have a hair pick, it probably would do the same thing. It's a very similar idea. But this one, my husband made for me, so that's all good. Just playing around with it. Now, it's starting to look like a weave. I don't know if you can see this is good. But if you can see how it is, you can feel it. Your weave is starting to appear. Now, basically, you continue on, same thing, as big as you want it to be. So, for instance, if I wanted to do half of it, because I don't want it that big, I just want something small down to here, just want it this wide, but this narrow, whatever you might be making, it could be a clutch purse for that matter. In this case, you will just do as far up as you need to go. You can go all the way to the top. I do recommend that you leave at least 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches from the top, mainly because it's easier to take off the loom if you have some string to work with. So I would not get any closer than probably 3 inches as a beginner. Working with 3 inches, that would give you plenty of cord to work with. So even if you have to take your tape measure and mark on your string where 3 inches is, so you know when to stop, that's not a bad idea. Just take your tape measure, mark what you want. So you can literally, let's say I want my piece to be 6 inches high. So I can just take my tape measure, take it to 6 inches, measure from my first row up, and I know where 6 inches is, and take a magic marker, whatever you want to mark it with, and just draw across your line. Remember, it's going to be hidden anyway, so it doesn't matter. You could draw a pattern on here later on as you get more advanced if you like, and just follow that pattern off your loom. It's because it's going to go away. It's going to be hidden. Nobody will see it, but you will know it's there to work with. Now, once again, we got really even edges. There's nothing that's going to be off center about this piece, as long as you keep your stitches loose. And if you do get frustrated, remember our exercises. Breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes for a second, relax, focus on your piece because it's very important. So I'm going to go do one more row, and then I'm going to end the video and let you get to working. So we've already done stitch 1 on our piece. So we're going to just move along to stitch 2. Second string, under string, yarn over and through. Under string, catch yarn, yarn over and through 2. Under string, catch yarn, yarn over and through 2. Under string. Now, once again, if you do make a mistake or feel you don't like the look of what you're doing, you did something too tight, you missed a string, doesn't really matter, you can pull it out to the point that you feel it's in error or you could do better. So you're not going to ruin anything. No reason to take the whole thing out. If you see that in the last 5 stitches, take those 5 stitches out and go from there. See, this is quite fast. So it's all about the comfort of your body as to whether you use it on a lap, use it on a table, how your shoulders are. If your shoulders get tired, just rotate your shoulders a little bit. Sure and take little breaks somewhere along the way just for hand stretches, and that will keep your mind and your fingers focused. So we've already made it through another row, and it wasn't. Now I'm going to remember to attach it, so I just have to find any 2 loops on the row before and start my next one to secure it so it doesn't come apart on that row. Take whichever tool you want in your fingers, if that's what works for you the best. Just push it enough so they're firm against each other. If you have a hole there, well, obviously you need to do it a little bit tighter to keep it as generally tight as possible. Now, I like to do this every row. Some people do 2 rows and do it, but I find it becomes a more firm piece. And you know everything's connected as you go instead of having to go back after it. So that's where I'm going to quit for today. And I hope you're finding this an easy craft. And that's the beginning of the piece. Now, you might ask me, well, what am I going to make? I think it might be a small pillow. Just because I like small pillows, and I do donate them to our grief support, our local grief support organization, so they can hand them out for people that are stressed and need a little help. So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you find that you need to rewatch it, go right ahead. The pattern will be the same. If you feel comfortable moving forward, continue on, and I will continue on with my piece. So in the next video, I'll have a more completed piece, and maybe hopefully I can show you how to take it off a loom. If you haven't, and thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.